Little History 2392. Streaming live Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays.
Australian through and through. That's Oldham.
Check this out.
Jesus Christ! I warned you.
I've done it again.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you knew it all, didn't you?
Bootsman, there's a moose and loose and about this goose.
Volvo. We build them the way we build them because we have to.
It's not unusual to love sheep at any time.
Absolutely brilliant.
Now, I'm going to say that the person singing about sheep sounds vaguely like that guy down there
Just a little bit.
doing karaoke.
You know, last night I was at it for hours.
I'm
Really?
sure, yeah.
What about the intro?
Trying to finish
How long is it?
Can't win, can I? Trying to finish the intro and outro, and every time I tried to do the Tom Jones bit on that, and I uploaded it to YouTube. YouTube kept on knocking it back for copyright. But as soon as I upped my voice to like, it's not unusual to be, it let it through. Apparently, the tone of it must have kicked off the copyright thing. So I got through copyright on all of it, so brilliant. I'm really happy. Good morning, everyone watching us on the internet around the world. Wow, we've got 26 people joining us right off the bat this morning. I'm going to say hi to Paul, hi to Lady Sam, hi to Marcus, hi to Carl, hi to Scott, hi to Panzer, and hi to me as well. All on the panel today. Hi, guys and girls. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Good morning.
And it is great to see Lady Sam back. Lady Sam, welcome back.
Thank you.
We'll go around the benches in just a moment, show you all what we're making this morning. It was just a group of makers getting together every now and again throughout the week to show you what we're up to and maybe teach you a little bit about the hobbies that we enjoy. I welcome everyone who's watching us on Rumble, on Twitch, and on 2 YouTube channels, Scott's and mine. If you don't like adverts during the stream, then please head over to Scott's. There's no adverts over there, and you will be helping him out by giving him a subscribe and a thumbs up. As I always say, people watching this, the guys who come on the panels, they give up their time to join me, so please show a little bit of love back. Everyone who joins me on the panel, there's links to their channels in the description to today's video. So that being said, welcome aboard everyone. I'll do the chat after we've been around the benches. I'm going to start with Master Panzer Cat. Tell us all about it, Panzer.
Okay. On my bench since Thursday, since I wasn't connected to the internet, I may have had a delivery of the tow cables that I was looking for, or that I had to order from Poland. And this is now, the bridge has now been wired up.
Holy Jesus, the size of it.
Oh, that's impressive.
So it goes on, it goes off camera. It goes on camera. It goes off camera.
Oh my God.
It is big. And I've got to be careful because it's not fastened on. The bridge isn't fastened on, so it's pivoted. But, there you can see the winch mechanism.
That rigging, amazing.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
That's why I used that's why I ordered Karaya cable and not used the supplied fuzzy string.
So for people who haven't seen this particular build before, Panzer, what's the brand, what's the cost, what are the extras involved that you've done to make it special?
Well, the kit is by AFV Club. It's a Taiwanese company. It started by a guy, I'm trying to remember, I think it's David Chu was his name. He started out this company in the 80s, and Marcus is building a couple of his kits, the Scimitar and the Centurion.
Right.
But this kit is a 2024 release, which is an updated version of the Churchill tank. This is a Churchill Avray Mark IV with the short box girder bridge, the SBG. And it retails in the UK for about, you can get it for as cheap as 90 quid, but they're up to about 110 quid. But you may have to shop around to find one, because when I started this kit a couple of weeks ago, I checked 6 online retailers. Each had one between them. They all had about 1.5 kits between them. I checked just the other day there, and only one retailer had one left.
So, if I correct me if I'm wrong, so the Churchill Avery during World War II, that was part of what they call Hobart's Funnies, tanks designed specifically for D-Day.
Yes, and after the Dieppe raid, they discovered that they needed some engineering tanks, and this is fitted not with a main gun, but with a petard or short mortar. And it fired I think it's 280mm petard, which is a small mortar, or known as a flying dustbin.
Yeah. I mean, it is an incredible story, Hobart's Funnies. I mean, I think the funniest one of all of them was the rocket tank that they invented to jump across trenches. Which the experiment failed miserably. The first one where they tried it with any meaning, the tank ended up upside down and killing the crew.
Great.
There was some brilliant designs and concepts, and they all came up with wonderful names for them. This is just the Avray, which is the Armoured Vehicle Royal Engineers, but they had other such things like Conger, which had mine clearance, Bangalore torpedoes on the side of it, and it was just, they weren't fired from there; they were taken out and deployed from that. There was other things like the Crocodile, which was the flamethrower, and the predecessor was called the Oak.
One with a big cable drum on the front as well, wasn't there?
That was called a bobbin. There was 2 types of bobbin, the A and the D.
And the bobbins just laid track down, didn't make the ground a little bit firmer for tanks to go across.
Yeah. There was things like the onion tank and the carrot tank. If you don't believe me, go Google Hobart's Funnies.
While we're doing this show today, I'll go and drag out some pictures of the different Avries, because they're the funnies. Sorry, because it is an incredible story. Thank you for that, Panzer. We shall move swiftly on. We are going to go, because we haven't seen Lady Sam on one of my streams for such a long time. Lady Sam, welcome back. It's great to have you here.
It's nice to be back. It's been a long time.
So you're struggling a little bit with your microphone, so we'll all be quiet while you tell us what you're up to.
Basically, I'm just doing diamond art as usual. I did finish a fire engine Lego. Just diamond art. Trying to get rid of this COVID, which is still hanging around, and all my other ailments. But it's good to be back.
Looking beautiful.
Thank you.
But diamond art, in case people are interested, obviously we are a group of makers. It's not just about plastic modelling. It's the hobbies that people enjoy. Now, Mike and Teresa from, what's the website called? Carl, help me out.
Smithspeeds.
Smithspeeds.co.uk. They're like one of the major importers of diamond art into the country. A lot of the guys in the community are getting designs from them, because they do bespoke stuff. So if you send them a photo, they will do a diamond art based around that. Basically, lots of they call them diamonds, but they're diamond dots, and they're very shiny, and you put them in, and it's a great way to while away a few hours if you've got the time. I've done. Carl's done some as well.
Every Sunday on Michelle. Would there?
Thank you for that, Sam.
I'm just a bit concerned. Someone's got a television on in the background. You might get a copyright strike.
Right, I can hear it. If anyone's got,
I'll be back in a moment.
All right, mate.
Actually, Paul, it sounds like your computer hasn't picked up your mic.
What was that?
Say it again, Scott.
It sounds like the computer hasn't picked up your mic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's picking up from another microphone, whether it's your webcam or something, instead of your headset.
Okay, while we're sorting out the technical problems, we are going to go to Marcus.
Good morning.
Okay, when you brought this out the other day there, Marcus, I was just blown away. I've got one in order. It should be here on Tuesday.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, good job, man. Yeah, as Pastor mentioned, it's an AFV Club Centurion, the NATO version. 1/35 scale. I think Pastor checked out the price range also between 40 and 50 quid, thereabouts.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So go pick up yours today. No. It's a fun little build. I mean, I've started a little bit. It's got working suspension and stuff like that. So yeah, everything goes together really nicely. Yes.
Take us through the extras that blew me away, mate. You don't, for your 50 quid, you don't just get a plastic kit, and that's what really impressed me.
All right,
this AFB Club, they've done the business with this. For 50 quid, you get so many extras and working features with it. It just blows me away.
Right, so you get metal springs in your suspension, right? You can see that there. So it's all there. You get a rifle barrel in aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you're at. You get some photo etch, not too much, but still there's some. Enough to make me cringe. And you get a little... Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
If you think about it, that little piece of photo etch, if you had to buy that aftermarket from eBay or somewhere else, it would cost you £5. So let's put that £5 aside. If you got the extra barrel as well, that's there, you'd be talking about £7 for that. So that's 12 quid. And rubber tyres, another £5.
Rubber tyres, yeah.
So what an absolute bargain, really.
It is.
Stunned, and I can't wait for mine now. Marcus, thank you so much, mate. Let's go over to Carl.
Good morning.
Morning, Carl, mate. Tell us all about it, buddy.
Well, I'm on with the Achilles tank destroyer. Started that on Wednesday. It's a 40 quid kit from Tamiya. I haven't built a tank for a long while, but it's got together nicely. I got the tub done. Whee. And guess what I did? I built the wheels and forgot to put the bush in that one.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to glue it. But that's what I'm on with. So I'm on with that. But would you like to see what I done the other night, Terry? What I finished off?
Go on.
Well, I finished off my Schnauzwagen.
Oh, we need a close-up. Come on.
All right, I'll change camera.
Hi, Michelle.
She's got her headphones on.
Hi, Terry.
So I finished that one up.
I wonder if anybody else notices.
I like that. That's cool.
So, for the uninitiated, that's part of the Warhammer universe. They have some great names for some of their stuff. What's it called again? Schnauzwagen.
Schnauzwagen, yeah, Schnauzwagen. So I finished that off the other night, and on my other stream on Thursday night, I finished her off.
Oh, gorgeous. Now, everybody watching out there, if you're brand new to the channel, now Carl's putting out some great quality shorts and standalone videos at the moment. If you want to see close-ups of this stuff, and it really is worth it, get subscribed to Carl, hit the notifications for when his videos come out. But you only get a true idea of these when he does the close-ups on his videos. They're just stunning work.
Yeah, that's Chun-Li from Mortal Kombat. That's one of my prints, 3D prints.
Wow. Absolutely stunning.
But that's what I'm on with. So I'm on with my tank.
Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
And for those out there, again, who are first-time viewers, there is like a scale of manufacture in the model world when we're talking about plastic model kits. And Tamiya, still to my mind, are the best manufacturer of plastic model kits because they've got the balance right between simplicity and quality kits. And they've had that for decades. Airfix, yes, they've come close recently. I would put them in a very close second for simplicity, value for money and stuff like that. So, just to keep you informed of what I personally think. I mean, guys, what do you think?
Mini art.
Yeah, complicated kits, Carl. That doesn't win any points for me.
Lots of little fiddly bits.
But great quality. I will
It's
give
brilliant.
Mini Art that.
I like my Tamiya kits. Most of my kits are Tamiya.
Yeah, I totally agree, Sam. Tamiya for me, they are the kings. But now with that many new model companies coming out, it's good to experiment to see what the other ones are like. I mean, AFV Club, I've never built anything by them, and Marcus has shown me that wow, I really need to broaden my horizons on which manufacturers I start getting kits in. So, okay, let's go to Scott.
Hi, how you
Morning,
going?
Scott. Tell us all about it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm doing a tank and I'm gluing bits together and hopefully it looks like a tank when I'm finished. Okay. It's
You're not really a giver, are you, Scott?
not really.
Here we go.
That's the tank I'm building. It is a Comet and it is a Tamiya kit as well.
And again, Samir, like I say, they're a perfect mix of simplicity and great quality kit.
They're good for Mojo building too.
Yeah, good for Mojo building. Yeah, I totally agree. Thank you, Scott.
Great for first-time modelers.
Yes.
Right, Paul, are you back at your bench, mate? Tell us all about. Oh wow!
Well, yeah, it's another Tamiya kit.
It's a tank.
It's what is it? A Porsche 911 GT1.
Mate, you scared the hell out of me last week when you showed me the decal sheet for that, and you've done an absolutely superb job.
That's beautiful. That's all.
They went down reasonably well.
Particularly when you use the. Sorry,
come on, let's have a close up so we can see the bubbles and the crinkles.
Of which there are none.
There are
none. Oh God, you get.
There are a few.
Well, one bit the mobile sign.
Mate, I'm just flabbergasted. If I'd have done that, there'd have been bubbles and crinkles everywhere.
That's why I use a heat gun.
I was about to say, if you remember from last week, he was using a heat gun on the decals.
I'm going to try that trick, but I know if I use a heat gun, I'll be using
the heat gun only works on the old Tamiya decals that are very thick.
Right.
And
we know
Pete
where the
Cruz is nearly done.
Sorry, Sam, what was that?
I said when we have built our cars and that, we know where to send our decals in the cars.
Yeah. Paul, you've got yourself a job now. Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Almost done. And I can put it in a box.
And that was one of Peter's, was it?
Yes, the last one he started before he left for Thailand.
Yeah, I've got one of these cars here that is not cars. I think it's a motorbike. I've got here to build, so I might build that as my first comeback to plastic.
Okay, what am I doing today? Let's go for it again. I mean, I'm still.
What about Marcus?
Yeah,
Marcus. He's done Marcus.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes,
This is what happens when you don't pay attention, Paul.
Sorry, he wasn't listening.
All right. Nobody ever listens to me anyway. It's fine.
Sorry?
Now, Terry, before you start, you're not cutting any of your fingers off today.
Not allowed to cut your fingers off today.
I'll do my best not to. Right, as everyone knows, through many, many streams, I've fallen in love with these quick build starter kits from Airfix. I didn't realise what a great Mojo build these are. If you've been busy doing expensive, big, complicated kits, for the last 3 years, and doing one of these is just an absolute pleasure because they go together perfectly, and you get a great result for what it is. These kits retail on the Ethics website, I do believe, for £12.99. If you go on eBay, they're about 17 quid. But if you catch Lidl in the UK, when they're doing a special offer on this, you can get them for £6.99. And in the box, you get, I'm partway through the build of the Tiger One. And you'd think for £6.99, you'd get one sprue, put it together in 5 minutes. No, it takes a good couple of hours to build one of these. 3 sprues in the box. You've got a little baggie containing 3 paints, tube of glue, and you get a paintbrush as well. And it's not a shabby paintbrush. It's, I would say, if you bought this on its own, it'd be about £2, £2.50. So not one of these Temu 10p brushes. And it's got really fine synthetic hairs on it. So the finish you get when you're brushing the paint on is just stunning. And another thing that blew me away, and I've been rattling on about this, because so many people, including myself, slagged off the Humbrol paint for such a long time with it being crap. But as Pants has informed me, they've changed the formula for this paint. And it's spot on. I mean, the 3 paints that I got with the Sherman, the main paint colour, which is this little puppy here, in the little pot. Hopefully I can get this open. There we go. I've barely used any. It's still more or less full. And that's painted that in 2 coats. So, more than worth it. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'm going to head over to the chat. Thank you everyone for joining us this morning. We have got 36 people watching us this morning at crazy o'clock in the UK. I know it's prime time in Australia. Welcome to all our Australian viewers and panelists. Let me find where I put the chat. Here we go. Oh my God, there's 60 messages waiting for me in chat. Let's scribble up to the top and go for it. David Markey first in this morning. Morning, David. Thank you for your continued support. Remember.
Oh.
Hey, David.
Then this fella called Panzercat joins us in the chat.
Hello, Panzercat.
Hey, Panzercat.
Then we've got Athol McNichol. Is that what the noise is all about? It's Terry. Lots of hellos going on. David Markey, Panzercat. Marcus joins us in the chat. Oh, is this fella Marcus?
Some crazy Swede from Norway.
Yeah, wasn't it Poland? I'm not sure.
Via Poland, yeah. I was getting there.
Paul Price as well joining us in the chat. And Lady Sam as well. Right, okay, let's scribble down. Loads of people saying hi, hi, hi. I'm going to highlight these. All the highs I don't tend to read out. I'll just flash them up on the screen. So it's doing it. And obviously, the more chat messages we get, the more that YouTube promotes the video amongst the internet land. So everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi.
Goes like a Cossack dance.
Athol McNichol says, by gum, does that David Markey guy never sleep?
No, that's Harry Marwick. He never sleeps.
Athol McNichol, good evening. Down under, Paul P, Lady Sam and Scott. The force is strong with the Aussie contingent this morning. Awesome. Harry Marwick, good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Graham Ball's joined us as well. Morning, all. Morning, Graham.
Morning, Graham.
Hello, folks.
Graham.
Hi. Harry Marwick says, funny intro, Terry. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is still a work in progress. I'm going to do a bit more. I think that's the Volvo soundbite that I found. I think that's a belter.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A door shutting.
Okay, let's get to some good stuff. Plastic Alchemist joined us as well this morning. Good morning, Plastic Alchemist.
G'day, mate.
Hello. That's Nuno, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Nuno.
He was back doing a live stream this week, I noticed.
All right, awesome.
Yes, on YouTube, yes. What he was doing, there was a video up on him from him.
Harry Marwick says, a bridge too far. Loads of hellos going on. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Pascal Alchemist is asking David Markey, how you doing? Dominique's joined us as well. Morning, I'm just having breakfast. Lucky man, I've had nothing to eat this morning yet. Mind you, I've never been a big breakfast person. Is anybody else like that? Doesn't bother with breakfast?
I don't bother with breakfast.
It depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
I only eat when I'm awake.
So about lunchtime.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us in chat, by the way. I am going to get to the last bit of the chat here. Wayne Welly's joined us as well. Good morning, Wayne. Welcome aboard, mate.
Morning, Wayne.
All right.
King Bob's joined us as well. Man, it must be like 3 a.m. in the US.
Here's your American contingent.
Absolutely. Bob, if you want to join us, mate, just use the link that I last sent you, because the same link works every time. So every time I send an email, it's the link that joins to this particular studio. So just click on the old link and it'll bring you in here.
That's good to know.
I didn't know that either.
That's different to StreamYard, then.
No, nobody else knew about it until I tried it.
Well, the thing is, it's also good if you guys want to get together when we're not streaming. You could even just pop in here just for a chin wag.
Why? Does that mean you're going to be there all the time to let us in?
No. Because you can hear each other in the green room.
Ah,
That's right.
that's true.
I can also let people in the big screen too.
Just good for meeting up, I think. Having a chin wag. Wayne Welly says, red would have meant go faster on the Orc car. That the Snash wagon that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Then Wayne says, Marcus would argue Metal Earth is the best.
Yes, he would.
No, it's too early. I can't say much.
That's for later, Marcus. That's for later.
That's for later.
Just make a note, Marcus. Get a notepad. You can get your phone back tonight now.
Oh, ping.
Oh no.
You're muted, Terry.
Would you please welcome from the United States of America, King Bob, everybody!
Hey, Bob.
Morning, Bob.
Evening, Bob.
Hello,
Hey, everybody.
Evening, Bob.
Bob. Or as they say in Blackadder, Bob.
Bob.
So, Bob, if I remember rightly, you were on with a Klingon bird of prey, is that right?
Romulan Warbird.
Romulan Worldwood, sorry. Star Trek,
scout.
Warcraft, blah, 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 blah.
I'm building
Klingons tell you what you've got in the bathroom.
You've been peeking again, Panzer.
Klingons on the starboard side.
what I'm doing is I'm rescaling a Warbird and turning it into a scout ship.
Ooh, that's cool.
So I'll get my move the camera up here. There we go. Let's do it this way. So instead of being the big double wing, it's got a single wing, and it's going to be about a third of the size. So there's the cockpit cut out, or the bridge is right there. So that's what we're working on, and then I'm gonna start on another car because this is a long-term project.
So, sorry, I think I might have missed it. Are you going to fully light that up as well? Bob?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, brilliant! It looks glorious.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least light the engines and the bridge and the main disruptor here on the nose. But I don't know about. There's not a whole lot of options for the rest of it, but we'll probably do like an impulse crystal or something.
Oh, you could put a laser in it, mate.
They had disruptors. They didn't have lasers. They had disruptors.
Thank you, Bob, and welcome to the United States of America joining us on the stream. Graham Ball had a very good point there. The only thing that he has down is the distribution via Hornby. I totally agree, because I know there's a lot of places in the world that struggle to get Airfix kits through. I mean, Australia has to wait months and months after a release.
Yeah, and they go straight past.
And even the kits, when they have them in Aldi, last about a week before the shelves are cleared. Sorry, little. Really? Right. David Marcus says, Athol, never on company's time. Alan Daniels joined us as well. Welcome aboard. Evening all. Alan, beautiful North Queensland in Australia. The Australian contingent is strong this morning.
Morning, Alan.
Yes.
Yes, welcome to the stream, Alan. Harry Marwick says, Metal Earth kit's good, but can be quite complex, also depending on the subject. Hang on a minute. Marcus, you're not doing a Metal Earth, are you?
No.
Right.
No, he refused to pick it up from the post office.
Oh, come on, Paul.
Oh, well, it's getting early.
Well, he says, at least we can hear you, Panther, unlike a certain unboxing. Look, that was a long time ago. I don't do the mute. Oh, I do, yeah. I still mute myself every now and again. Harry Marwick says, some of them 3D Peace Cool kits look good. Also, especially the bikes. I've never done one of these Metal Earth things, so I have no experience of it.
Marcus could recommend one for you.
I know people who are literally addicted to that kind of thing. Well, not addiction, but they love doing it. Connie, for instance, has built some awesome metal kits.
Yes, I was about to mention her.
Jeff,
Marcus, following on your comment there, Marcus has almost built a fan.
Oh, that's funny.
Leave Marcus alone.
Oh, it's all right.
He'll finish the Black Pearl eventually.
Yeah, another couple of years.
He's young.
Exactly. Thanks, Panzer.
Very good morning, guys. Tin Man's Model Garage has joined us. Hey, Tin Man, welcome aboard. He says, hiya, peoples.
Hey, Tim.
Hello.
Hey, Tin Man.
Harry Marwick morning says, I had an early night morning at 3 a.m. I know it's crazy o'clock in the morning in the US. I do apologize to our US viewers. I'm trying to think of when I can do a stream that would be good for the US audience.
Well, prime time for us is the middle of the night for you, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's difficult. David Markey says hello, Tin Man. Loads of hellos going out. Athol McNichol says, "Oi, oi, Scott number 7 on the Scott number 7 on the thumbs up." Right, okay. If you've not been to Scott's channel yet, please head over there. Scott, drop a link so that people can head over to yours and leave a thumbs up. And if you don't like the adverts on my channel, then go watch on Scott's, because Scott's restreaming this to his. There's no adverts on Scott's channel.
And if you don't like who's on the channel, tough. We're on that one too.
I think it's that one.
Loads of highs going on in the chat. I'm not anywhere near. There's still 30 chat messages to read. Athol McNichol says lunch over here is called brunch, as it's 2 meals in one, Paul. Bob says he usually has breakfast around 2 a.m.
Yep.
Dominic says the old link from March 24 should work. Yes, Dominic, it should. Be my guest, dive in, Dom.
Thank you.
And we can
I
have
had to go dig through my deleted mail to find it.
just do a notepad with it on, so you just copy and paste it, because this is going to be the same studio every time for both the Saturday show and the Monday and Thursday one.
Well, normally I just delete the message afterwards. I have to.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it worked. I didn't realize it worked like that until Panzer told me. He used an old link and came straight in.
You could do that with StreamYard too. You could use the same room over and over and over again.
Ah. We live and learn.
It's just the same way with like Google Plus. You could use the same room all the time, and as long as, in fact, as long as somebody kept a camera on, the room would stay open indefinitely. You can broadcast live indefinitely as long as there's one camera live.
For those first time watching, by the way, we're just a group of modelers and makers and hobbyists from all over the world. We get together on a regular basis and just show people what we're doing. And hopefully you guys out there might learn something. I know I learn something every single show.
Or we show you not what to do.
Or we take them. Or we take. Or we take the Michael out of Marcus.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome from the Netherlands, my friend. It's Dominique, everybody.
Where's the
Dom.
cheese? G'day, Dom.
Morning.
Dom.
Smoking
A
a
nice
pumpkin?
clean desk.
Wow.
That's
yes.
disgusting, Dom.
Yeah. What is this?
No, I was painting a couple weeks ago. I think I was in a live stream from Carl, and I'm painting this figure. I'm really happy with his pants, with the skulls on it. I was not happy with the body. Is what I
Is
did.
that War Trek as well, Dom?
No.
No. That is
Dungeons and Lasers.
yeah.
The Arkham Studios.
Yeah, it's really nice stuff. I like it. Dus I repaint the body. I did it with the airbrush. I have it looks like rubber. I have this masking putty. You can use that 100,000 times as you want.
I've never used it myself, Dom. I've never used masking putty. No experience of it.
You can use you have a camouflage on a tank or something.
Yeah.
You paint them first in one color. Dus you need a camouflage yellow and green.
What?
Yeah,
So
and then you paint them first yellow, the whole
Right.
tank. Then you masking everything what you want yellow. You're masking it with this, and then you paint it green. You remove this, and he remove not your paint layer, your yellow paint layer. This stuff is the best stuff to use camouflage. To make camouflage.
Just like if you're being cheap, you'd use blue tack.
Yes.
Yeah, blue tack is the same price. Only blue tack is too sticky. This one not.
Yeah, but that one I found has a habit of self-leveling, and if you put it over photo etch grills, when you lift it up, it has filtered through the grills and has self-sealed underneath it, so it actually rips the photo etch off. That's why I use blue tack. Or other poster tacks are available.
Yeah.
As long as they're not oil based.
Sorry, Sam, what was that, my dear?
I said when I used to use blue tack, I found it used to leave an oil mark on there.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
There is a white version of blue tack.
Yeah, I use white tack. Yeah.
The reason the blue tack is so sticky and leaves an oil is because it's a brand new. You're obviously trying it from a brand new strip. If you leave it on your bench for about a year, it loses that oiliness.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. That's why I have my on bench bit and my under bench bit.
So, Dom, tell the people at home what's the cost involved in one of those kits. I know it'll be in euros, but
I pay $29.95 or something.
What? There's three figures in the box.
Yes.
So I'm trying to compare it to what Warhammer would charge for a similar thing, and
It's a lot cheaper than Warhammer.
You what?
It's a lot cheaper than Warhammer.
Well, I'm comparing it to the starter set that I got from Warhammer with the 3 Ultramarines in, where you got 3 paints, and that was 20 quid. So 30 euros. That's quite pricey.
Yeah, but when you look at the detail, what you get in that, and the size of it compared to the other kits,
right?
Yeah, the size is a lot bigger.
You know, size matters.
You
wish. I'll tell him.
No, it's how you use it that matters.
Exactly.
I have not really big hands, maar...
Oh, God.
Yes. It went downhill very quickly, didn't it, Terry?
Then Tom came in.
You have to be very, very careful.
God, you're inviting me in, and I'm not going to do it. It's too early in the morning.
That looks awesome, though. I have to
It
say, I
does,
like
yeah.
it a
The
lot.
detail on it is stunning.
Wow.
So is that 3D printed or is that a mold?
No, it's a mold. It's an
Wow.
it's plastic. Normal spruce. I have here the spruce.
Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The detail on that.
They actually do box sets, Terry.
Right.
Big box sets, and some of the figures work at about £1.50, £2 each.
Awesome. Thank you, Dom.
Okay, thank you.
Right, I better get back to the chat because there's 40 more messages coming.
Oh, it's running.
So, Tin Man says, hi, Bob. Loads of highs going on. I'm going to flash up all the highs.
Yeah.
Hi. Alan Daniel says, QQQ, has anyone else punished themselves by building the 1 to 48 F101B from Kitty Hawk? I now know why they went away. I got it because I thought they can't be that bad. Anyone?
And they are.
I have not, but I'd be willing to if I had one. 'Cause there's not. I've yet to be defeated by a kit.
I've never heard of Kitty Hawk models.
Marcus, there's a challenge for him. Send him your Black Pearl.
I've got a Constitution laying under the couch here. I keep saying I'm going to get started on, but I haven't done it yet.
Trust me, if anyone could do the Black Pearl, it would be King Bob.
I'm sure.
So, Panzer, you know a lot about model companies. Who's this Kitty Hawk that he's on about?
Was a Chinese manufacturer that came along. I'm trying to think now. Would be about 2008, 2007, 2008. Their Kitty Hawk is the aircraft side of it. They also did military vehicles under the flag Panda. There were some good kits, but sometimes oversimplified in places, and sometimes impossible to put together. They're unfortunately now out of production because the company folded. But so I believe Hobby Boss stroke Trumpeter bought the molds and the rights to the molds.
Well, now you mentioned Trumpeter, that would explain things. Because Trumpeter got some seriously horrible kits.
You how many Trumpeter kits have you built, Terry? One?
Two. Both of them horrible.
And what two were they?
Well, one of them was the Sky Raider. Scott, I'm so sorry. Scott, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I'll get you back.
And the other was the Hurricane, which, to be fair, it came out all right. But the mould on it was just disgusting. Absolutely.
I have a Kitty Hawk kit, Terry.
Ah.
I've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some the kits made by both Kitty Hawk and Panda. Some of them are hit and miss. There's some good kits and there's some
And
bad
this included
kits.
Marcus' favorite.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry, mate. I mean, this is supposed to be a safe zone for you where you don't get picked on, right?
Everywhere I go, there's no safe zones. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, so I think people are in agreement with you there, Alan. Just avoid Kitty Hawk model kits, I think.
But if you can find one now, buy it. It'll be worth something one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if the worst comes to worst, you can always just start a barbecue.
And if you're brand new to the channel as well, don't worry. I mean, you will get used to our little memes that we have. Like when Dom enters the room, we all go Dom da Dom Dom. Usually, I don't even know how that started. How did that start?
I think it started on Carl's show one day.
I think you're right. It did. It must have.
I prefer it at Christmas or when he comes on. Dum 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 dum.
Excuse me. And Marcus has got his meme with his photo etch. Marcus does not like photo etch, but people keep on throwing it his way.
Here's a thought for you, Carol. Dom could even do Tom Jones. Dom, da dom, dom, da dom, dom, dom.
Jeff Light's in the building, everyone. Hey, Jeff, welcome aboard. This is just bouncing around at the moment.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Maggie.
Hey, Jeff.
I didn't realise Natasha would be up at this time of the morning. Natasha, just drag out one of my old emails. Use the link that's on that if you want to join us this morning. Get some more ladies in here. Loads of highs going on. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. A load of links. Hi,
That
hi.
sounds like a Boney M song.
Is he the guy that says, I think I'm turning Japanese?
I'm crazy like a fool. Wipe out, daddy cool.
Wipe out.
That's funny name.
Or Rasputin.
Funny name.
Harry Marwick says great stuff, masking putty, but don't leave it on a model in a hot room. What happens?
It self levels.
Try it and find out, Terry. Then we all know.
I'll let you off.
You can put it on in the model as a lump, and as time goes by, it levels out. It self levels.
Yes.
So it spreads out.
I can see people needing to use that kind of putty on your 172s, maybe 148s, 135s, but I've never found an occasion where I've actually needed a putty or even to use blue tack, to be honest.
We use silly putty over here a lot. I don't know if you guys can even get that in the UK.
That's
Or in Europe.
yeah. I'm trying Play-Doh. That's the UK version of silly putty.
Yeah.
Jeff Light says that looks fantastic, Dom.
We got that here. It's really silly.
I like it when Scott puts in hello Terry, and it makes it look like I'm saying hello to myself.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Craig Jukes has joined us as well. Good morning, panel, and all in chat.
Good morning, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Loads of hellos going on backwards and forwards. Harry Marwick says Kitty Hawk did a Bronco. It was deplorably bad.
Yeah, I have a second one. I have a Jaguar too. For Kitty Hawk.
Craig also says I have the Kitty Hawk MiG-25 Foxbat in his stash. Well, I hope that's all right, mate. Loads of hellos going on. Hello, hello, hello. Natasha says, with carers, I'm always awake very early. Okay, Tasha, if you want to come in, just use one of the links that I've sent you, because the same link will get you into this particular studio for today's show. And good to know for future as well, because if I don't get the invites out in time, just click one of those links and it will bring you in. Right, that's all the chat caught up with. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this morning. We are live broadcasting in full, glorious 1080p to the Rumble, to the Twitch, and to 2 YouTube channels, Scott's and mine. If you want to see all the chat, then you will need to do a pop-out on the chat on my channel. Then you'll see all the chat in one place. You can still continue watching on Rumble, Twitch, or any other platform that we're broadcasting to. Just to see all of the chat, you will need to go to my channel and do a pop-out on the chat window. You do that, there's three little dots, top right hand corner of the chat window. If you click on it, it'll give the option to do a pop-out chat, and you can use that as an overlay. I mean, I'm fine. I'd rather that people went and watched on the other platforms anyway, just to build up a bit more hours on those. And especially for Scott, who's just got into the live streaming himself. So that would be good for Scott to come if you get over there, give it a subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And the same goes for everyone joining me on the platform. There's links to all of their channels in today's description. So please take time to nip through that. Great channels, lots of content. So always something to watch, more or less 24 hours a day across the globe. So that being said, thank you so much again for joining us this morning. And we have got 45 people watching in and out. Obviously, when the adverts come in, it drops a bit. I just watch this little number thing on my screen. Let me just bring this up. It's just this minute dropped down to 38. There we go. So that's what I can see on my panel. And you can see the channels that we are broadcasting to there. The first one is Rumble. That's Twitch. That's my channel, and that's Scott's channel. And that window there shows me how many people are watching across all of the platforms. So thank you so much. This is incredible for this time of the morning.
Hello, everyone.
Everybody's shoveling breakfast down on X, and they're watching us.
So there's 40 watching, and Paul Scott's only got 7 thumbs.
If you do get time, head over there, do a little thumbs up. Just shows a bit of appreciation, that's all.
Yeah. And as Scott's from Tasmania, he likes a bit of thumb up.
What?
What?
I thought that would wake him up.
Right, what's my next step on this little puppy?
Left step.
Let's go. Let's do this.
David says hello, Michelle. Morning, David. Sorry? Good night. You saying hello to you.
Hi, David.
What's Michelle on with this morning, Carl?
Oh God! The cat away out.
Not a lot of the minutes, Harry. I'm just winding cotton.
Wrapping cotton.
Yeah. Oh man, you can't make this up. We were on about it last week. The bin strike in Birmingham. Sorry to keep on going on about it, but it is entertaining for us Brits. You can't make it up. So, talk about propaganda and the BBC being in the government's pocket. Guess what appeared on the front page of the BBC all week this week?
Probably Trump.
No. How much do bin men get paid? So what they're trying to do is turn the British public against bin men by making out that they're getting paid far too much for doing their job, right, in the first place. So here's the facts. A normal bin man in the UK gets paid around about £26,000 a year for handling our muck and emptying our bins.
Not enough.
Basically,
no, don't get me wrong, that's an okay wage, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you've got no qualifications and you're doing a job and it's like wheeling bins, and okay, you might get lucky. I consider this how I started in maintenance. You know, I can do carpentry, blah blah blah, all this lot, and you know, I've got a degree in electronics and comms engineering, so on and so forth. When I started in the hotels, I was on like 19 grand, and that was just 7 years ago. Believe it or not, 7-8 years ago. And then when you go up the pay grades, as a maintenance assistant, you end up as 26, right? Well, it was 23 at the time. So I'm comparing it to that. But I'm not downplaying what our refuse collectors do for us, because you wouldn't want to be handling other people's rubbish all day. You wouldn't. But 26 grand to me is okay. But the next step up from that is the guy who's employed to do the health and safety, right? In Birmingham, each bin wagon has a health and safety dude who basically makes sure that they're all following health and safety HSE guidelines. And he's on 30 grand, right? The driver of the bin wagon is on 35 grand to 40 grand, right? So what Birmingham Council were trying to do is get rid of the health and safety guy as not needed. No other council in England employs health and safety guys anymore on the bin wagons. It's just not a needed thing because all of the bin men go through health and safety training anyway. So that's why they've got those guys' jobs. That's if I've read it right. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
How much did you say your guys get paid a year?
So the bin men get paid 26,000 a year.
Our bin guys get paid 70,000 a year.
What's that in Australia?
Yeah. Do you know how OHS or works or whatever they call it now, World Health and Safety, on a truck with them?
I'm on a panel of strings. You're on a panel of strings. Did you be going by belts?
Yeah, Scott's on a panel. He's on stream.
Hello, whoever's visiting Scott. Everybody wave, wave. Everyone wave.
Hey.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Scott, there's a button there in the corner called mute.
Above his pay grade.
Dutch Dave's joined us as well. Hey, Dutch Dave, and he comes in with a very good point.
Hey,
Being a bin man can actually be dangerous, things exploding and stuff, risk of being cut. Yeah, I get it.
And you've got them rats to play with.
You don't know what disease is.
But think about all the needles and stuff that come out of bags and stuff.
But the thing that really got me was the BBC more or less taking the government's side and trying to make out that bin men got paid too much, right, to begin with. And I think that's wrong because the whole article they did was one-sided against the bin men and not putting forward their argument, trying to say that, if you just cut a whole section of the workforce out, these people are going to be unemployed, they're going to lose money, blah, 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 blah. You're not making anything up to them. And, I just thought the whole situation is ridiculous anyway. There's 25,000 tons of waste now on the streets of Birmingham and no one's doing anything about it.
Yes, they are. They're complaining to the council. They're phoning up the council hotline to complain about rubbish in the streets, and the council can't do anything about it.
What they should be doing is putting it outside the government buildings.
The council building, yes. But another thing is that this year's council tax started on the 1st of April. Yeah. Work out how much your refuse collections and deduct that from your council tax for this month if you're from Birmingham. Because you're paying for a service that you're not getting.
We just lost Sam, did we?
No, Sam's there.
Hey, Sam, welcome back.
I bet the council still got the bonuses this year, though.
Probably.
Good point. Bet they did.
But it is, of course, Birmingham being a Labour council, and of course there's the local elections at the beginning of May.
Well, they're not going to be in their jobs after this, are they? Let's face it.
No. Let's say Birmingham Council will now become Conservative.
Right, get some done on this model. Come on, do some modelling today. The chat's gone quiet. Yes, I can do some.
Wayne, there's a challenge for you.
No,
Wayne, TBG.
Wayne, there was no channel. There was no challenge there at all.
Sounded like it.
Sounded like it, didn't it?
No, because it'll just spam the chat with meaningless gibberish.
As long as he doesn't start spelling his name out, you'll be right.
Where's that bit? B18. B18.
How many turbos?
Look, Ma, they're letting me do some modelling.
Bob, when I think about it, there's a model railway company in the United States that does a decal setting solution. It's one of the strongest on the market. Can you remember what it's called?
Walter Solvus.
Yeah, that's what you need to get your hands on, Paul. Some of that. Yeah. Yes, that's.
It's not as strong as it used to be, but it's still very strong. But I do also use the micro scale.
Yeah, micro set and micro sol. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, micro set is just white vinegar, so you can kind of get that out of your kitchen.
Unless you have malted vinegar in your kitchen.
Yeah, you get white vinegar solution is all that is, so you can just get that out of the kitchen. But yeah, the Walter Solvus that is.
Yeah.
Well, when I spilt that bottle of it the other day and it stank of vinegar, it was actually vinegar.
Yep. It's just the water. It's designed to break the water softener down.
Sometimes things just are what they are.
So, if you get home from the chippy And they forgot to put vinegar on your chips, you can just get your microset out and scatter it.
You could, yeah. Kind of expensive way to do it, but yeah, I guess you could.
Gonna say exactly that.
I think last time I bought a bottle, last time I checked the price of a bottle of microset, it was £5.20 in the UK.
That's been a while ago.
Yeah, and you can get a gallon of white vinegar for maybe $2. Or you can just get that bottle of white wine that's been sitting under your pantry for 10 years and use that. That cheap one that somebody gave you that you didn't like. Okay. Smaller collet.
You see, now I've put
You
now
have
I've put Boney M in Carol's head.
Carl and his earworms.
Could be worse. Yeah,
Could
yeah.
be worse.
I don't know. I always get earworms. So.
Sorry.
We could sing the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia for you, Carl, if that helps.
That's I finished stream on Thursday night, and me and Joshy sat in green room talking. And ended up talking about guitarists, and like we trying to discuss who was the best guitarist, well, female guitarist and male guitarist. Ended up sat at 3:30 in the morning nearly.
There's a
listening.
female guitarist.
Nina Strauss, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's
Yes,
really
lead
good.
guitarist for Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I think she's brilliant.
Someone going to the dentist.
Someone's got a paint mixer. Someone's got a paint mixer going.
Nothing. Didn't let you come back in the room.
Dan Usher says Vicky Hale is a good axewoman.
Aye. Morning, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Hey, Dan.
A muffled
I've
voice
run out
from
of coffee.
Dan.
No.
Terry.
Probably my favorite female guitarist is Orianthi from Adelaide. She's from Adelaide. She's probably my favorite one that I can think of off the top of my head.
I like the bluesy riffs of Jackie Venson. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She's really good.
Come on, little tiger. Let's put your exhaust on.
Uh-oh. Terry's talking to the models again.
Mm.
They're my little friends. We are going to go through to 10:30 a.m. in the UK. That's another hour away, by the way. Is that okay, guys?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's not a problem.
10:30. It's 11:30 here. Yeah, that's okay.
I'll keep going till about 1:30 if you want.
We'll see how we go.
Oh, what time JC's on?
Natasha!
Morning.
Is it morning?
Hey,
Morning.
Tasha.
Morning,
Natasha.
morning. Morning, everyone.
Morning, Tash.
Morning. Hope you're all
That
well.
looks like a lot of pots of paint there, Natasha.
Heck yeah. All that for one piece.
Oh, that is painting on number.
Yep.
Yeah, Danielle do that too.
I've already just finished one the other night. It was two
Oh, cool.
birds, and that was colourful. But I'm doing this one this time. Oh my god.
Oh, beautiful.
This
Oh,
is
Oh,
good.
nice.
that's cool.
So, Mickey Moo, Angel Dove she were. And this is the one I finished.
Mickey and Minnie?
That looks really nice. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not the
You
best
need to
painter, but I'm
you
giving
need
it
to
a go.
frame that up in a picture frame.
That's what I'm going to do. I've got,
Yeah, hang it on your wall. That's absolutely beautiful.
yeah, I'm going to do a lot of stuff now to make my walls unbare and uncolourful. So, I've been doing a lot of different stuff lately.
So, Tasha, for people who haven't done that kind of thing before, what do those kits cost, like with all the paints and everything that you need to do them?
Depends where you shop, really. It could be a couple of pounds, maybe £3, going upwards. Timmy's cheaper.
That's quite a big set. I mean, what did you pay for that one?
I didn't. It was a Mother's Day present, so
Oh,
off the
really? Okay.
birthday. So I have no idea how much this one cost. Yeah, apparently my Minnie the Moo flew over to Teresa during the night and ordered it off her tablet for Mother's Day. And the same
I
with
told what
these.
Nicole says, and the next step from painting by numbers, Tasha is painting on velvet.
Yeah, right. I'm scared already looking at my two huge models I've got to build.
CJ's joined us as well. Cheverton Junction, welcome aboard, Tony.
Morning, Tony.
Hey, John.
This is my next step. I don't got the hang of painting on canvas yet.
Well, it is something I've tried in the past, but with oil paints, and the thing that stopped me from doing any more with oil paints is the amount of time it takes for the oil paint to dry. Man, it must have been sat in my shed for like, I don't know,
Ages.
a month before it was dry.
Bleeding now. These are acrylic paints that makes it a little bit easier, but I still can't paint on canvases because it's got them little squares in it.
In fact, I'll have to dig the picture I did out of the house.
Yeah,
Let
be
me show you.
interesting to see.
Anyway, good morning to you, Natasha. Are you well?
Doing better. I'm getting there.
I know you were really badly with your lungs a while back.
Yeah, still going through a bit more of testings at the moment, but I've got to go back to the hospital now on the 1st of March. So, May.
Dan Usher says, great job, Tasha.
Thank you. Hi, Dan.
If you want oil paints to dry quick, get yourself some liquid.
Some what, Panzer?
It's called liquid. I have a bottle of it. It's just not close to hand.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Liquid, as in
I'll put the oil paint on
Liquid.
a piece of cardboard for a while.
Yeah, liquid as in LIQUIN, liquid.
So I usually put it on a piece of cardboard, cut it out of the tube onto a piece of cardboard. It'll absorb a lot of the extra oil that's in there, and it'll cure a lot quicker.
Liquid mediums. Right,
Yes.
Here we go. Discover how 5 different liquid mediums, original, fine detail, Oh, go away, adverts. Fine detail, light gel, impasto, and oleopasto each have unique qualities that help speed up the drying time of oil paint. Wow. $11. $20. Yeah.
There are UK suppliers.
To be fair, I'm on the Windsor and Newton website, not the cheapest.
Yeah.
Right, I was going to look up Hobart's Funnies, wasn't I? Hobart
Yes.
Funnies.
You were, Terry.
Right, let's get some up. Well, I was funny. Maybe it was a few years ago.
I wish we'd got that. We could have clipped it.
Josh will do it for us later.
Very been funny for posterity.
All right. Anytime, sizes. Let's get these up. Let's show you some of these funnies. Because they were incredible beasts. I can imagine the Germans after D-Day when they're seeing these around going, what the...
Those Brits.
Yeah. I think the saddest story of all of them was the duplex drive Shermans. I mean, I forget which beach it was now, but I think more than 3/4 of them sank on the way to the beach.
That was the Americans, and they hadn't had chance to practice with them.
Yeah.
And the LCT...
and the LCT rougher than expected as well, or something.
And the LCT commander, who didn't want to get any closer to the beach.
Yeah, dropped them off in too deep of water.
Yeah.
Yep. Somewhere in my stash, I have a resin version of a duplex drive kit. And one of these days, I shall have to break it out and crack on with it. But the Germans themselves worked on swimming tanks for the Operation Sea Lion.
Did they?
Yeah, they did indeed. Yes.
I didn't know that.
They had the swim wagons.
Yeah,
well,
no, but
there's a swim wagon everyone knows about, but I didn't know they did tanks as well.
They did. They were based on the Panzer IVDs. They were called Tauchpanzers, which was the wading tank. And after Operation Sea Lion was abandoned, which was the invasion of Britain, they deployed them to the Eastern Front, where they didn't fare very well.
So this is the one that you're building, isn't it, Panzer?
No, that's called an arc. And that's
it's got the turret on it. Ah, there we go.
Yes, that's the ramp or the arc. That is apparently coming out as a kit later this year.
Who by AFV?
I think it may be Ding Ho, which is one of the AFV club subsidiaries. I believe that the ramp mechanism may be resin, which will mean that the price will be through the roof. G10.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow, this was a cool one.
Okay, I'm sat here waiting.
Hang on, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Just Christmas.
So, they even had one. Oh, wrong one. Oh, God, what have I done?
Isn't that one?
Wrong one. Wrong one. Exit screen share. Right.
That one's boring.
Right. They even had one for bringing the Tommies their firewood.
Oh wow!
That can either be an Avre Mark III or an Avre Mark IV with a fascine. It's called a fascine carrier. All that did was just carry ditch filling sticks. Ditch filling
They
sticks.
drop them in the trenches.
They did indeed, yes.
And that's on a Churchill chassis as well, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It seems like a bit much just to carry some wood. Well, that's that one. Right, let's.
Could use the tractor.
Oh, go away! What have I done now?
I don't know. What have you done now?
Come back and see Jim.
Right, there we go. Remove from scene. There we go. Got rid of it. Things were so much easier in StreamYard. Right, let's find some more. Oh, you were on about the bobbin, weren't you? I found a good one, the bobbin.
Yep. There are two bobbins, the Type A and the Type D.
Here we go. Bobbins. I love this. Bobbins. Come on, Bobbins.
Is it Mary Bobbins?
Right, where are we?
Well, I never marry Bobbins.
There we go. Sir Percy Cleghorn Hobart. There we go.
That's nice. I saw one of them the other night.
So that, believe it, you couldn't look any more British than that, could you? Perfect. Sorry, Sam, missed that.
I said, isn't that the carpet layer?
Yeah, it was called the carpet layer or the bobbin tank.
Yeah.
So just running a load of Hessian over muddy ground would help the tanks?
Well, it was designed for the beaches,
right?
But the sandy beaches or the shingle beaches, because all the tank would do would be to grind on the gravel and make deep ruts and sink itself down. The concept of that was to lay it down to distribute the weight of the tank as it went across. And if memory serves me right, it was 60 feet of Hessian with scaffolding poles every 2 feet, I think it was.
Right, I was going to say, because it can't just be Hessian. The tanks would just rip it up.
Yeah.
So intertwined with that Hessian is like steel poles.
Yeah, steel poles, steel scaffolding poles.
Right. Remove from scene. Do your job. There we go.
I like that one.
I'm toying with building that one next, actually.
It's great subject matter, isn't it? It beats the hell out of... Well, it doesn't beat them, because I still love my Tigers and my Shermans, but...
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
And
You see, I like building engineering vehicles.
Yeah. No, I get it. I fully get it. I mean, you know...
I mean, if you think Hobart's Funnies was interesting, take a look at some of the Russian engineering tanks, the trench diggers, and the.
Are you sending me down the right rabbit hole? Have we got a name for any of these so I can look them up?
There is a name for them, but for the life of me, I can't remember it just off the top of my head. I'll remember it about 10 minutes after I fall asleep.
Are we talking modern warfare? Or are we talking World War II?
We're talking modern.
Jesus, these look like they're straight out of Warhammer.
Yeah, just I think BTM trench digger. I think.
dive in here and expand. There we go. Go to here. Click that. Come down here. That's it. That's it there. Here we go. I don't know if this is the thing that you're on about.
I don't.
That's not quite it, but it's close enough.
It seriously looks like straight out of Warhammer.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I like that.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, great subject matter. Why don't model companies do stuff like this on more often?
It's not as sexy.
Yeah.
It is an IMR 2M1 combat engineer obstacle clearing armored vehicle.
Yes. And that's based on the 1, 2, 3. That's based on the T-72 chassis. They did do versions of that on the T-55.
And I've got something straight from the Apocalypse. Exit screen share. Got another one. You're going to love this, Panzer.
I'm watching a guy here in the Netherlands. He do a restoration of a tank. He started years ago with it, and he doing making vlogs every day.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the BTM trench digger. I have that in kit form.
Bloody hell!
Wow, this looks spectacular. It really does.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
They also do. They also do. They also produce. The Russians produce a version of that has the trench, the digging section horizontal, and it's used for scrapes, for shell scrapes. That looks like post Chernobyl.
I was just thinking the same thing, with them all rusted out like that.
Yeah. But those are based on the T-55 tank chassis.
Oh yeah, see it now.
T-55, where are you?
So I take it the great big gougey thing at the back, that wheel turns and it just gouges in the ground. It just trundles along and digs out a trench.
It does indeed. The actual piece of machinery extends off the back and comes down so that it can actually dig into the ground so that it's below the vehicle level.
That looks better than the ones you see on the motorways.
Yeah. But I've got, as I say, I've got that as a kit, and it's one of what I call the hero kits. It will eventually get built, but it's a lovely little thing.
But that's a good reference photo as well. If somebody wanted to build one, weather it up to that kind of standard. But what a challenge!
Yeah,
that would be a nice way of doing it, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
There is a photograph of one. Actually, I wouldn't like to say it's stuck, but it's rusted out, and it's in the middle of digging a trench.
Right, let me see if I can find that one. Hang on.
I don't think you will. It's actually in a book.
Right. Okay.
Scott's back.
Yes, hello, I'm back.
Welcome back, mate.
Were you in a stream, Scott?
Oh, I was apparently, yeah. Now my brother turned up.
Yeah, we know.
Hello, Scott's brother.
Yeah, no, he's gone now.
Did he bring pizza again?
Eh?
Did he bring pizza again?
No, he bought me chocolate eggs instead.
Oh, okay, that's right then.
Now, I hope you're sharing these chocolate eggs.
Yeah, no, get your own.
Good, Scott.
Scott says you wait till Sunday.
Well, that's only a couple of hours away.
Unfortunately, everybody, I have to go.
Paul,
righto.
thank you so much for joining us, mate.
That's okay. Thank you for having me again.
You take care.
You too, Tash.
Have a great week, everybody.
Hang on, I've got to find the button again.
Paul.
That's your name, top right-hand corner, drop-down box.
Oh, thank you.
Stop, put him out.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Missing you already.
Are we? Really? Missing him?
No.
Didn't
Is
think
he
so.
gone? Oh, yeah.
And hopefully Paul will be back with us next Saturday.
Yeah.
Just do this.
If he remembers, so let's make it his age.
Right, let's do some more chat. Right, last one I did was very nice, Natasha. CJ said, nice one, Tasha.
Thank you.
Danisha, great one. Great job, Tasha.
Thank you.
Danisha says, a Winsor and Newton product. That was for that liquid, the liquid that helps speed up oil paint.
Oh, excuse me.
David Marcus says, Natasha, for canvas, use Gasso to lay a thin layer. Then you will have a smooth surface to paint on.
Yep.
Wow, I learn these things as I go along now, don't I?
Well, every day's a learning day for us lot, innit?
I'll never remember it. No, that'll go out of my head now.
Dan Asher says, you'll have to visit Bovington and see the real thing and Percy Herbart's pike pantser.
Yes, one of my. Are you ready for this? I actually had saved up and had booked a hotel and booked my tickets for the Bovington Tank Museum for 2020. Then, of course, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And it was all just refunded.
Well, talking about Bovington, I want to go this year. And I need a partner in crime who wants to go as well, because this year, for the first time ever, you will see the world's only running Tiger 1, Tiger 131, and the world's only running King Tiger. I think it's 300 from Saumur Museum. So they'll both be in the ring together running. It's going to be something to behold. I need to be there.
When's
Terry.
that, Terry?
Let me look up the date.
Terry, is that not the owner of that tanks? Is that not Bruce?
No, it's the world's only running, fully working King Tiger. Absolutely pristine. Everything that's on the King Tiger is there. All the internals, all the externals. It is pristine and 100% original. And
Yeah.
putting that together with the 131 in the same ring, running around the same ring. Oh my God! The
That would be
noise.
interesting to see, that would.
Yeah.
Tank Day 2025.
Terry would need that carpet layer with Kleenex.
Here we go.
Yeah, really. You just see it now.
So excited.
A big bog roll on the front of that would be great.
Yeah.
It's sold out. It's sold out already.
Wow.
God damn it.
Where's
27th to the 29th of June, anyway. Anybody know anyone who works at Bovington?
Oh.
Hey, Terry.
King Tiger coming to Tank Fest. The world's only running King Tiger tank will be at Tank Fest, thanks to the World of Tanks and the Musée. Oh, it's the Musée de Plins, not the Saumur one. All right. And it is 300. Oh, Tank Paul.
Terry,
Hello.
have you seen the thing on YouTube, Australian Oz Armour?
Yeah, I've seen their Panther.
Have a look what they're building now.
Oz Armour. Hang on.
There's one guy here in the Netherlands. He restored a tank, and he sold it to Australia.
Mm.
It's
Well,
going
I
in
know
Australia.
There's a few King Tigers getting restored. I mean, I know.
No, he was not a King Tiger. It was another tank. It was a modern tank from, I think, from the 70s. The 70s, I think. Maybe later. Was used in the how you say that? It's not. I think you cannot say it here on YouTube.
What?
Yeah, it is a big thing. In that time was the big thing. Saddam.
Oh, Iraq War.
Iraqi
That
war. Yeah.
yeah, that was restored a tank from him, and he rebuilt the whole tank.
Would have been a
The
T-55.
no, it was not a
T-72.
T-55. It was an what was it? I don't know. I need to look on YouTube for that. I
Dutch
have no
Dave says,
idea.
if you like weird stuff, take a look at the German World War II Alket 617 Minesweeper.
Yes.
Mm.
I'll look that up in a minute. Dan Usher says, does anyone make a plastic kit of a BARV? Answer?
Bar.
BRV.
Not in plastic, they're in resin. What version of the bar are you thinking of? Who was it that asked that question?
Dan.
Dan. Yeah, there only has been really two versions of the bar. The what do you call the damn one? The Sherman version that was from the Second World War. It's been done by Resi Cast, and the Centurion-based bar is done by Scorpion Model Miniatures.
I can't sneak anything past David Markey. David Markey says, notice Terry found something else to look for instead of working on his model. But every time I do something, I get something, my brain flies off, I go do something else, and then I've got to read out chat. I will get back to them. I have done some on it, though. I've put the exhausts on, look. Hang on.
There you go.
Oh, look, you're hiding it behind your name, Terry.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Oh, he has done some. He actually has. I thought he was just pretending.
He was putting the exhaust on. Another interesting vehicle to take a look for, you're searching for engineering vehicles, Terry, is the FV180 Combat Engineering Tractor, or SET.
FV1.
Yeah, I see now what the tank it was. It was a Type 69-2.
Yes, that's a Chinese knockoff version of a T62 or T55.
Yes, and he restored that whole tank. He painted, he cleaned it. You have all the papers. You have papers. You need papers for the gun and everything, the barrel. Otherwise, you cannot have it. Then you have a big trouble here in the Netherlands.
Do you want a good tank story about trouble? Back in the early 90s, at the collapse of communism, the Russians were flogging off their old T-55 tanks, and some enterprising gentleman from Northern Ireland, who will remain nameless, purchased legitimately a T-55 tank, and it crossed Europe, through several custom points in Europe. It arrived in Dover, went through Dover Customs, got to Stranraer, went across on the ferry to Stranraer, arrived at Belfast Harbour. The RUC got to it and called us. We arrived to take a look at it because inside the tank was the full breech mechanism. And there was no rounds of ammunition, but it was for all intents and purposes a fully working tank. So needless to say, we called for a REME detachment who promptly arrived and got out a welder and cut off the breech block and removed it.
Oh.
Take away all the fun.
Yeah.
But it did raise the interesting questions, what the customs people in Europe were doing and what the customs people at Dover and Stranraer were doing.
Got a present for you.
There we go. Look at that. Isn't that a wonderful engineering vehicle to play with?
It's a tractor.
It's a digger, but here's the best thing about it. It's a swimming digger.
What?
And it's a swimming digger.
Yeah.
Giant inflatable bags on the back of it, and it floats.
I've never seen one before. I've never ever seen one before.
Yep. And even one better than that is that it can be driven in either direction. It's at the same speed.
That's for sale, by the way, on eBay.
Yes.
How much?
Oh, how much?
Let me go and have a look. Hang on. You're not going to go buy that.
Just a junk value of it, you know.
Yeah, there's the. Is it not the same thing? The BMP is not the same thing. You can let it float on the water.
Yes.
13,750 quid.
How much?
13,750 quid.
That's not so bad.
Well, if
Oh,
you want
that's
somebody to
quite
survive
alright.
the apocalypse in,
I'll buy it tomorrow night.
A bit awkward knitting that up in it, wasn't it?
Hello, Wolves. Just joined my channel saying hello.
Oh, Shane.
Marcus, you cannot drive that thing in the Netherlands. The road
Of
is
course
not.
you can. I don't care.
No, the
If I
road
have
is
that,
not.
I'll just that'll go anywhere. I don't care about your roads.
Terry, would you like that as a
Where I'm
Christmas
going, I don't need roads.
No, I did.
Dominic, it's an armoured fighting vehicle. It's not going to worry about the roads. It can go over fields, ditches, through people's houses.
Traffic jam.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like fun.
Oh,
Fun odd having that.
Would you like that as a Christmas present, Terry?
Be all right. You probably go broke on the petrol.
there you go,
yeah,
Panther.
there is that.
Yes.
That's it. Oh, it's in the Ukraine, believe it or not.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're trying to sell all their stuff now.
Slightly used.
Yeah. Never raced or rallied.
Oh, sorry, it's not in the Ukraine. Some guy called Sasha from the Ukraine has made an offer on it. The car location is Haverford West, Pembrokeshire.
Haverford West.
Yeah.
Wales?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's all go to Wales then.
Yeah,
Come and
nice.
test drive it.
That's one of the main things about doing these live streams. I learn about so many different armoured vehicles. It's just bewildering.
Yeah, you have here in the Netherlands. You have 1 day. Then you can. Only it is really expensive. You need to pay for it. You need to pay for a ticket for. Then you can. There's one driver, and you can drive with that guys in a tank or in a vehicle, and half track or whatever. And you have half tracks. You have catocrats and everything that is driving. Is one time in the year, 2 days I think. But the ticket only to see that stuff is expensive, and then you need the extra ticket for driving something or drive with the guys there. That is.
Going to say a big hi to Wolves Landscaper joining us as well. He says, "Morning, Scott, and all. How's it going?" Hey, Wolves Landscaper, welcome to the stream this morning.
Hi, Shane.
Athol McNichol says, "So, someone closer to Bovington should apply to become Terry's carer for the day and get in for free." You are funny, Athol. David Marcus says, "Or with a pair of wire cutters, do a great escape instead." A great inscape instead of escape. Dutch Dave, one of the hardest working people on YouTube, puts out great content every single day of his collection. Loads of unboxings, brilliant stuff. Dutch Dave says, in the Netherlands, we have Minitracks. I've seen videos of Minitracks. Oh, just awesome. They've even, they had the video I saw, they had a working FAMO. What's the proper name for the FAMO, Panzer?
FAMO.
That's how you pronounce it, FAMO.
Yeah, FAMO. SDK of Z9.
A gigantic troop transport tank pulling thing. Beast of a thing.
That's available in the kit, Terry.
I know, but not 1 to 16. So I'm going to wait until a 1 to 16 comes out, if ever. So yeah, Minitracks. Just search Minitracks on YouTube. Great videos. like working World War II armor, running around the big forest. It's just stunning.
Yeah, that is what I talk about. Milichecks, that is the name. Yeah, I forgot the name. Thanks, Dave.
CJ says 13k plus. Wait until I get my pension next month and I'll get one. Get 2, mate. Get 3. One for me. One for. In fact, no, get 9. One for all of us.
I'd have party in mine.
You can use it to stop them putting them houses up behind you.
Yeah.
And that's all the chat caught up with. Once again, I've got to say a big thank you to everyone joining us. We're bouncing between 45 and 50 people watching this morning now, which is stunning. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
That's everyone watching on Rumble, the Twitch, and the 2 YouTube channels, mine and Scott's. Please, if you are a new viewer, we're just a bunch of makers and hobbyists that get together every now and again. And for you to show a little bit of appreciation for the free content that we provide all week, just head to some of the links that are in the description. Just click on them. It doesn't cost anything to give a subscription out or even watch a few videos and maybe some thumbs up. None of it costs you a penny. So please, if you find the time, give it a go. I'm going to have to put all that on a cue card so it flows a bit better. I end up falling over my words, and so much I want to say. Like, please head to the channels and check out the gear. You know,
Beers are on me.
I'm a Yorkshireman. You'll never hear that.
I can't believe I just said that.
You're excused. You're excused. You're Welsh.
He's going to have some liquid courage before he tackles the sheep.
Anyway. Danosha says, don't forget you need the right category on your driving license, CJ. Is that like driving licenses for tanks? Is that like classed as HGV?
It's like tractor, right?
No,
you get it automatically when you take a driver's license.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you need to do a special type of driving to learn how to drive tanks, because some tanks are top heavy.
So what's that license called then? What kind of license would you need to legally drive?
Is that not categorized as G? It's been a while since I've looked at my driving license. So
D.
Oh, let's go down the rabbit hole. What type of driving license do you need to drive a tank?
Bet the police would like your search history.
I think wouldn't that depend if you're driving it on the road?
Well, exactly, yeah.
If you're on a private property, it wouldn't matter.
Is exactly.
Here's the categories for the UK for types of driving license. For a moped, you need a category AM. You can drive a 2-wheeled or 3-wheeled vehicles with a maximum design speed of over 15 miles an hour, but not more than 28 miles an hour. What the hell is this? I don't know what that means. Hang on. Motorcycles. Here we go. Scroll down. Light vehicles and quad bikes. Medium size.
AM. That is what I have. I have the AM. That is for scooter, moped.
13, 14.
You need a H for tracked vehicles.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Tractors.
Yeah.
In Sweden, you get that automatically with your driver's license.
No, not anymore. Not anymore, Marcus.
I said in Sweden, not the Netherlands.
Not tractors. He said tracked.
Oh, tracked. Okay.
And still, in the UK, you do not need a license for riding an electric bike, a mobility scooter, or powered wheelchairs. Freedom!
There you are.
As long as they are legally approved electric bikes,
you know,
that have a restricted speed.
You can't speak your mind on any internet platform at the moment, but you can drive an electric bike without a license.
Here it depends on the wattage. I think over like 1,500 watts, you got to have a motorcycle license for.
Yeah. It's the same
Yeah,
in the
'cause
UK.
they are over 1,000 watts in the. No, in fact, it's over 500 watts in the UK. It's classed as a motorbike, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you look at the next page, your name's mentioned. Yeah, my lad came home the other day. He's been away for 6 weeks. He's gone away again this Monday. And he comes in, he's looking at this Achilles that I'm building.
Right.
And he went, I get to play with the real ones.
Good God.
He's done his first 6 weeks in Remy, so that's what he's going in for.
Oh, cool.
So he's just done his basic. So.
Right, guys, it's 1:15 now. Let's do it then. Marcus.
Oh,
tell us what you got going on, buddy. When's your next live stream?
Well, I've done this in the back end of the little tank. You know, it's a lot of intricate small pieces. Just preparing for what do you call it? Priming and
And
stuff
again,
like that.
to reiterate what we said at the start of the stream, this is a fantastic kit. If you get the chance to get one of these, it's 50 quid in the UK. Well, between 45 and 50 quid in the UK. There's so many extras you get with it. Show us all the extras, Marcus.
70.
Hold on. Give me a second. I need to dig it out. There you go. All right. So there's the barrel. And then you get, well, it's a little bit of photo etch, not too much.
Real metal barrel, everyone.
Yeah, there you
Rubber
go.
barrel.
And the photo etch and the rubber wheels.
And the rubber tyres for 50 quid. That is stunning.
And string. You forgot
oh,
string,
yeah.
Marcus.
The string. Yeah, there's a string there. You get
some string.
A little string, you know.
Okay, Marcus, when are you next live, my friend?
Tonight at 10 p.m.
Sell it,
UK
baby.
time.
What's going on?
Say again, sorry. Oh, what's going on? Well, the theme is lost, I guess. We're not really sure what we're doing. There's going to be some painting, coloring, scale model building, hopefully. The last 2 streams I've had a chance to do anything, but defend myself.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, I know.
Let's face it, everyone tunes in to see what Annika's building.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think? No, just kidding. No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun.
Awesome. So that's 10 p.m. UK time.
That's
11 p.m. Europe time.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Brilliant. So that's Marcus's show tonight. Link in description. And Marcus, if you want to drop a link into the chat, direct to the stream, that'd be great.
Yeah. All right, I can do that.
Carl, tell us what you got going on, mate. When are you next streaming live?
Well, I'm actually on this afternoon at 1 o'clock with JC Bricks and Builds. I will be continuing with this, I think. I want to try and get it primed up before I'm live next on Wednesday.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Make sure you drop a link into the chat, mate, so people can put notifications on. I mean, we've got stuff within the community. There's stuff going on all week.
Drop JC's link in then.
Yeah, excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Scott, mate, when are you streaming next?
Probably with JC, maybe.
This afternoon, 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you, mate.
Oh, he's got that Gundam out.
Oh, that's right. He's got that big one. Yeah, that's right.
I will be streaming. If Connie's doing a stream on Sunday, I will be with her for a few hours if I wake up early enough. Failing that, I will be back on your channel on Monday night for an hour. Yes.
Thank you so much. So, what's that you're putting together there? You've moved away from the Churchill.
Well, the Churchill's finished more or less, ready to. I've got to take it downstairs, put it in the photo booth, and take some assembly photographs before it gets disassembled and primed. This is a 2-in-1 kit. You get 2 of the same thing. It is the MRZR Razor, which is an ultralight tactical all-terrain vehicle. They're known as Razors. They're used by the United States and my own branch of service, the Royal Marines. So 4-wheel drive, and there's 2 of the same kit in the same box. And I started this one on the PPM stream on Wednesday. and I will continue to build that one on the PPM stream. This one I started today, and for some strange reason, I've got further ahead of that one than I did that one.
Fantastic.
And it's the same length of streams. So.
And another vehicle that I've never heard of.
Yes, the little lightweight things. The kit was released, I think it was last year. It was announced the year before, and I got it early last year. And it's been sitting in the stash. I needed something to build on Wednesday night, so I dragged this out and started building them.
So it's just the scout vehicles, basically.
Yeah, but it's a little lightweight utility. They used them on the 4-seat version of quad bikes, literally.
Yes.
And there's not much illustrations I can show you because the box is too big to go onto the camera at the moment. But they're just basic little, and there's 2 kits supplied in the box, and you can build one of 3 different versions, or 2 of 3 different versions. Naturally, of course, I'm going to do the drone version and the heavily armed machine gun version.
The technology on these things now is insane. A drone scout car. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carl, I don't follow you there.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the ground clearance like was on them.
I don't know. They seem to be about 18 inches. They're low sitting for reasons, for obvious reasons. But I think there's sprung suspension. But I have a feeling that they're hydrostatic suspension, that they can be pumped up or down. Because the civilian versions sit quite high, but the military versions sit quite low. But I imagine that you need a lower center of gravity for the military vehicles because the scout vehicles and you know what squaddies are like when they get something that's powerful and quick. They hammer it,
Yeah, but Panzer, you know where I live. How much fun would one of them be around here?
Exactly.
Be higher up because of the on the tracks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Panzer. King Bob, my friend, when are you next live, buddy?
Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
I have no clue what time that is in the UK.
That's be midnight in the UK.
Midnight.
Okay, so for you UK and Europe-based night shifters, that's when King Bob's going to be on. Thank you, King Bob.
You're welcome.
Dominique, what you got going on, buddy? Got any videos coming out? When are you next live?
I am not live. I am. Maybe I do Monday a live stream on my own channel. I'm home alone, dus maybe not. I was painting my figure, and I paint his hand a little bit red color, and I masking the belt and everything. But I need to paint. I was painting really close to his body here. It was a little bit a skin color, and I need to paint it white. I mask it again, and now I need to paint a little bit white extra over it.
Can one of the mods take care of that? I think it's coming on your channel, Scott.
You want to be very careful, Kinky Master.
Banhammer?
Really?
Yeah, let me fix it.
I don't get people nowadays.
Right, I've blocked in my end.
Okay.
And the idiot has gone.
Nice. Well done.
So, Dom, with you being home alone on Monday, make sure you set lots of traps around your house.
You never know what Donald Trump might show up.
And now we come to the ladies in the spirit of equality. Ladies last. Lady Sam.
Thanks, Carl.
Lady Sam, when can we see you live?
Wait a minute, work out how to do it. I forgot.
When I get an invite.
Well, you've got the link to this studio now, so every time I'm live, just use that link. Make sure you save the link because it's the same link every time to the studio, and you're more than welcome in. and that's coming along real nice.
In fact, just to make it easier for you, Sam, I'm going to do
Well,
this.
it's a 50 by 100. I've got, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but it's up to there. That's how big it is.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
You're going to frame it once you're done.
Pardon, Tash?
You're going to frame it.
Yeah, it's going to cost me a mint if I do. Yeah, you should laugh. Look at your one you're doing.
Beautiful.
It's going to cost you a mint too.
Oh, here's another one.
Whose channel are they coming in on?
I don't know.
Hang on, I'm going back.
Not
now.
mine.
I just
Like yours or Scott's.
Okay.
To Scott's in time to block them. Well.
Thank you. I was in the middle of doing something myself.
Yeah,
right. I think as this stream gets more popular, and it seems to be doing that. I mean, every week we've done it, the numbers have gone up on the viewership. I mean, we've hit 60 now, 65 people watching. I think what I'm going to do, unfortunately, again, is put subscriber mode only on. Scott, I would advise you to do the same thing. So that way, once we've got their subscription, we can report it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Morning, Lindsay.
Morning, Lindsay.
Unfortunately, these things do happen. We don't let it get to us. We just use the banhammer.
Easy peasy.
Natasha, you get the final word today. When are you next live, my dear?
Well, it's not me, but it's my budgies tomorrow because I'm out tomorrow for a change, having an Easter meal.
Nice.
Other than that, myself invited, or I will be live Friday evening with Dave Mack.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
So, and people will get invites if they
Thank
want
you,
to
Natasha. And all that leaves me to do, 3 minutes left on the show, and I think we're going to call it here, is say a very big thank you to Marcus, to Carl, to Scott, to Panther, to King Bob, to Dominique, to Lady Sam, to Natasha. Thank you for joining me on this morning's stream. I'm back on Monday at 6 p.m, as usual. Might be 6:30, depending on how work goes. I know it's a bank holiday, but I've still got to work bank holidays. I work in a hotel. They never stop. So, that being said, thank you so much. We will be back in full glory as 1080p, 6 o'clock Monday, 6 o'clock Thursday, and, of course, Saturday at 8:30 in the morning. Thank you, everyone on Rumble. Thank you, everyone on Twitch. Thank you, everyone watching on Scott's channel and my channel. And please don't forget, links to all the participants on these panels are in the description to today's video. All that leaves me to do now is to play the brand new outro, and we're going to all say goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you, everyone.
Bye.
Little History 2392, streaming live Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays.
Australian through and through. That's Odin.
Check this out.
The blood.
Jesus Christ! I warned you. I've done it again. I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you knew it all, didn't you?
There's a moose, and a boot this goose.
Volvo. We build them the way we build them because we have to.
It's not unusual to love sheep at any time.
Oh, that's right. You spelt my name wrong. Yeah. 2 T's, not one.
I'll fix it.
You drink plenty of water.